What's going on, everybody? It's Bamba Snuff, Canadian Ken player. And yeah, the other day I seen a couple tweets. People were making their top 10 best in America list. And I thought it was interesting. So I was like, you know what, let me put my hat in the game, or my foot in the game. But instead, I'd give my own top 10 Canadian list. I'll start my criteria. So this is three things. One is my gameplay versus them. Uh, Everybody that I've included on this list, I've played, beaten, and lost to them. So that's where that comes from. The second one is based on how I've seen them play, like not versing me. So in tournaments and other competition. And the third and final one that I think that matters the most, almost, is in my heart. If I had to choose one of them, one or the other, or somebody for a money match, put my money on them, who would I take? I feel like that is your true indicator on, you know, how good you think somebody is. All right. So, disclaimer: no disrespect if I don't mention you. If I don't mention you, if I mention everybody, I realize this video may take way too long. So it's all love, especially if you know I played you, or if you're a top Canadian player. I can show you guys my full list after if it makes you guys feel better. Anyway, okay. At the 10th spot, we got Lightning from Edmonton. He's a birdie player, really strong, and his play style, he's very read based. So based off of that, he can beat almost anybody. And I've actually seen him compete and beat players in real life at Canada Cup. And I know that he plays a bunch of other games too. So I feel like if he played Street Fighter more, if he like just only focused on Street Fighter, he'd be way higher, at least on my list for sure. So he's at the 10th spot. He's the birdie player. At the 9th spot, I like Orange Man. He's from Toronto. Strong Zeku player. Competes when he can. The only I've seen him beat El Chocote in tournament, and I've played him personally. He's just he has really good strong footies, and he was one of the early good Zekus that I've seen. He's been nice with Zeku for a while, so he's on my number 9. This guy, I don't really know what he likes to even be called, so I'm gonna just call him by CFN Wash His Hands, or I like to call him Okrip. He's a strong Cody player. I think he's from Ontario. This one is, I guess, more of a personal pick. I guess off the strength of that, I gotta put him at 9, because I know Orange Man and TV and gone to tournaments. I haven't seen Okrip go to tournaments, but he's a really strong Cody player, and I've seen him beat everybody. Well, not everybody. Some of the better players on this list, I've seen him beat them. So he's really strong. At the 7th spot, I like Safe. He's also really, I believe he's from Toronto. He's a warlord. He plays Yuri and Akuma. I think right now he's learning or playing Akuma. I don't really know much to say other than he's solid. He's beaten me a bunch. I've seen him beat other top players, and all the top players that I've talked to, they give him a lot of credit, a lot of respect. I just wish I seen him in tournaments. Everybody else that's on this list is pretty much people that I've seen go to multiple tournaments. So at the 6th spot, I got my guy Mortzy, just missing my top 5 list. And I guess the only reason why I would say he's not top 5 is the other 5 that I picked. I would put money on them to beat him 1-on-1 if I had to. But that's for a multitude of reasons. One is, and this is actually part of why he's really good, is his character. He's really strong, and he's his Fang, which is I guess a lot of people's opinions, low tier. Personally, for Ken, my character is hard to fight Fang, but regardless of that, he beats a lot of people. He's traveled to tournaments and beaten pros, and usually makes it out of pools. So he's super strong. But once again, just barely not making my top 5. Just barely. At making my top 5 is some home cooking. We got Crosby. Once again, he's traveled, went to tournaments, and done well at tournaments. Made it out of pools. In terms of his local placings, he's easily either wins the tournament or he's top. Yeah, he's either wins the tournament or he's in the top three easily at every tournament where he's from. And yeah, once again, a strong player. He has good footsies, and he's one of those command grabbers that will go for it. You will definitely go for those command grabs, but he's usually right. So, and that, like I'm saying, even by me saying he'll go for it, I'm saying that's a compliment. At the 4 spot, I got Brutus. Now, Brutus, once again, he's one of the more known Canadian players. He's beaten a lot of notable players. He travels to tournaments. He usually makes a lot of pools, and he does well in team tournaments. Online, he's high ranked and beaten a lot of players. In terms of his gameplay, he is solid. Once again, he's solid footy, similar to Crosby. I think he's just a bit better than Crosby in that regard. They're, to me, very similar players. Like, they're very read based, and with their characters, they can make 2 reads in your games, and the game's done. But he also has footy to go along with that. So really strong player and training partner to a lot of strong players. So when you're a training partner to a strong player, that usually you're strong. This one is tough. These top 3 players, came in. We got Cayman, Slavic, Cero. I gotta put Cayman at the 3 spot, and I think if Cayman, in my opinion, used a character that did more damage. But I mean, this is just subjective. Let me just not be subjective on it. Let me just not be biased. Let me just be objective. So Cayman, top 3, 3rd best player in Canada. Super strong footies, really good anti-airs. He also uses Kage. And before I guess Dookie on Jury in a sense. Like I said, he's doing all this with Jury that, in my opinion, is holding him back damage-wise or just cheap-wise. She's not cheap enough, but he's good enough that he overcomes it. I feel like if you use a cheaper character, but maybe just, like I said, sometimes you just mesh with who you mesh with. But if you use a cheaper character on a daily basis, he will be easily in there for the top contender in Canada. This one is tough as well. I'm gonna just put them up there. Now, pre-controversy, I would say Cero. And the controversy has nothing to do with me putting Cero at number 2. Well, it does in the sense that it's not about my feelings about it. It's the strength. I haven't seen her play because of that. Whether because she stopped streaming, she hasn't competed in tournaments, she hasn't been visible. So I don't know her level currently. If I could have seen it, it would be easier for me to just say she's number 1 because she was number 1 before. However, I have seen Slavic play, not only against myself, but against other top players. Every tournament I've seen him in, lately he's won. I'm pretty sure he won that charity tournament using Cody the whole time, which is his secondary. He could have been using cheap urine and it wouldn't even have been fun for everybody. Like I said, if Cero and Slavic had to play tomorrow, or even by today, whatever, I would have to put money on Slavic off the strength of me seeing him. Now, based off that logic, you could maybe argue for Cayman and Brutus to be, number 2 and then number 3 and then Cero be 4. But I just, in my heart, I can't put money on them over Cero. I feel like Cero's still, she's still nice. She obviously still nice, but I just feel like Slavic may have gotten better because he's been playing. But I could be lying because Cero could have been playing this whole time. So, anyways, that's my top 10 list. You got Slavic, Gold, Cero, Cayman, Brutus, Crosby, Mortsy, Safe, Orange Man, Ocrip, and my guy Lightning. Honorable mentions, I call it. Let's see if I can get my old list. I can't even find my old list. So, my old list, if I didn't mention you, it's all love. If you disagree, comment in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my video. Y'all take care.